What's up, YouTube? It's your boy J-Lo here, back with another video. And today, this is something that we've done already. This is nothing new, but I kind of wanted to break down this process for y'all just to show y'all how it's done efficiently for you guys at home to go and try to do it. And what that is flipping the car, as you can tell by the title. The process is really not difficult in the grand scheme of things. It may be a little intimidating at first, but overall, it's not all that hard. And then the profit margins for this, it just depends on what you're able to get cars for. Regardless of the fact, I do already have the car purchased, but before we get to the car, I'm gonna just break a few things down to you. The number one rule that I'd like to tell y'all is that cash is king. You could offer somebody money and usually they'll say no, but if you have the cash physically, even if you were to go and lowball somebody, but you physically have the cash on you, they're more likely to convert on that sale just because they see the money in front of them. So keep that as a general principle or a basis on when you're choosing a car. When choosing a car, of course, you always want to assess the damages, make sure it's something that you yourself are capable of fixing. In my case, with the car that I'm about to show y'all in a minute, it needs a little TLC. It's little stuff wrong with it. It's nothing major, but that's the whole purpose of this series right here, what I'm doing to fix it up. And I'm gonna take y'all with me. The way that I do it usually, I assess the damages, then that's when I come up with the number that I offer for the car. If they take it, cool, then you got a car. Beyond that point, it's really just assessing damages. I've already done this, but I'm still gonna break it down for you guys. Usually, number one thing you wanna do, take maybe a clipboard or just some pen and paper, something. Write down a list of everything that's wrong with the car, and then start at the top and work your way down, killing it. This car, it has stuff down to like a flat tire till it's been sitting for a few months, so it's all dusty, filled with cobwebs. The interior's a little moldy. I'm fixing all of that. So this will probably be a little bit more of an ASMR style video too, but regardless of the fact, we're about to get down to it. I'm about to show y'all the car, so stay tuned. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the description, but let's get to it. So this right here is old Betsy, you know what I'm saying? It's a 2007 Honda Accord with like 170,000 miles on it, walking around. You see, it's nothing really wrong with the car. It's just aesthetics. It needs some TLC, needs a little bit of love to it. The interior mostly, because you got, like little stains and stuff everywhere. There's actually mold down in the other seat back there. You got stuff like the center console is jacked up. I think a few door locks are jacked up. This window's jacked up, but all of that is something I can go to pull apart, snatch all the parts for, and fix. So that's kind of what we're going to go through and do today. But this is the canvas that we are using to pretty much give y'all the description on how to do it. So we're gonna start off simple. All I'm doing, I'm gonna go ahead and wash it, and I know that's already going to give it a better look overall, but let's get to it. So first things first, it comes with starting to find a vehicle. Finding vehicles is something that it could be easy, it could be difficult. It's just more or less expanding your ranges. Facebook Marketplace is that number one place to go, where it's easy to find cars. It's just you can't always trust people on Facebook Marketplace. So take everything that everyone says with a grain of salt. Before you make any purchases, you definitely want to go check out the vehicle in person. Make sure it runs, make sure it drives, take a code reader with you, make sure that the car checks out. And then everything that's wrong with the car, do not let that intimidate you, especially if it's a cheap and easy repair. That's why we have YouTube. YouTube exists. That's how I started out learning how to work on cars and do things of that sort. So with that being said, you will always have resources as far as, pertaining to the car that you're fixing. This one in particular, it was a family friend, somebody relatively close that didn't need the car anymore. It was sitting and it was riding. So I figured it out, shoot them a cash offer, and they took it. And so now I'm left with this car. The turnaround time for this, it could range anywhere from a couple of days to, I've seen people hold on to cars for months. It's just more or less a matter of what you have access to as far as parts, and then how much time you have available to put into the car to fix it. Right now I have a lot of time. It's just the only determining factor is all of the places where I order parts from. They all have different times on when they would deliver the parts. So that's all I'm doing now, is waiting up on parts. The next episode in the series, I'm going to the junkyard to pull the parts myself, some of the parts myself on cars that are already there. So definitely stay tuned for that. But let's jump back into the action. And y'all can see already just from the first pass through of washing it, the car already looks better. You dig what I'm saying? Which is why I'm saying it's not a difficult process. It's just, again, one pass through and the car already looks 10 times better. I'll probably go over it again. Now I'm finna hit the tires on it. You know what I'm saying? Get all of this debris out, all of this pine straw and all of that. Tires on this side too. And then I get back to y'all. Hold on, let me get in the sun so y'all can see your boy. I get back to y'all as soon as I finish that up. So, and this is just what the car looked like after the fact, after I finished up vacuuming and cleaning the tires. As you can still see, it needs some TLC. So, you know, I'm gonna do just that. The car looks different now already. Of course, this is pre-recorded, but it already looks a whole lot different. It looks like a completely different vehicle from what it started with. If you guys are enjoying this content, make sure you let me know, and stay tuned for part 2. It's your boy J-Lo signing off. Peace.